Alright, what's going on, everyone? Basically, in today's video, I just explain how I ran away from school. That's it. I do have two other stories like this. I explain them in the outro. I would also like to point out, I know the gaming clips that I put in here for the beginning of the video, I know the FPS is bad, okay? It was just choppy. I couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I apologize for that in advance. So just be aware of that. My Discord, my friend's YouTube, and my Instagram will be in the description, and hope you enjoy the video. Alright, let me set the stage. Back in 3rd grade, I ran away from school, right? So when you're in 3rd grade, you're about like 7, 8. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was a substitute teacher, correct? And subs now are the most fun thing ever, but subs back then were like just the worst thing in the world, right? So it was English. I hate English assignments. I mean, now I have no problem with them, really, but like back in like elementary school, I absolutely hated like English and like writing. I'm a math kid. Basically, there was this English assignment. I remember I had to summarize something, and I just didn't want to do it, right? So the teacher didn't see I was doing the work, so she sent me out into this area. So back in our elementary school, it's set up in like 3 pods. You have the kindergarten 1st grade pod, you have the 2nd grade 3rd grade pod, and then you have the 4th and 5th grade pod, right? I was in the 2nd and 3rd grade pod, obviously. And each pod has a, like, how do I say this? Like a leader, I guess? Or someone that just manages all, like, the paperwork and stuff. It's like a counselor. I don't know how to describe it, but they had someone in the hallway that was, like, a manager. I wouldn't call it a manager, but like kind of like a manager for like all the pods. So she sent me out. The sub sent me out to I'll just call it the manager, but because I can't think of anything else. So she sent me out to the manager of the pod, and at the time, little 3rd grade me was dreaming big. I wanted to be a football player, right? I was like, I went out to talk to her, and I was like, the reading and writing is so boring. Like, I'll never use it ever, because, you know, I was 8 years old, 7 years old, and she pulled up a image of a football player, like, contract or something, and there was a lot of words on it. So I got mad, right? So alright, Microsoft Paint time. So you got the pod. Sorry, I had to interrupt that amazing gameplay, but you got the pod, right? And this is the hallway leading out of the pod. And then there's like a little circle in here. There's this whole, like, wall. There's like nothing in here. It's like a waste of space. There's like rooms and stuff, but it's like just storage rooms, I think. And then like there's there's classrooms going out. There's like 4 or 5 classrooms connecting. Like, this is 3rd grade side, and this is 2nd grade side. Okay, so I'm on 3rd grade side. The manager's little desk is right here. I'm sitting there talking to her, and you also have this little thing. I have to draw that because that's important. I'm little Bradley right here talking to her, and I got mad. So what I did is I walked, or like just not ran, but I like just went over here into this little section, right? And there's doors right here. And then, like, these are the doors where you get outside to go to recess. Right? So there's like a playground out here and some stuff. So, yeah. Basically, what happened was I just sat here in this little corner. And then, like, 5 minutes later, the assistant principal, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to get in trouble. I already got in trouble for saying people's names with the Zoom videos. But the assistant principal, I'll call him Mr. G. All right, Mr. G. I saw him walking down this hallway, right? And me and Mr. G didn't really like each other, right? Because I was a troubled child in elementary school. So I got scared, right? So I had 2 options. I could either just try to like run at him and try to escape, or I could run out the back door. Because there was a door. Keep in mind, there's like a door right here, right? So I bust up to the doors and start running out in the field. Okay, so this is the little door. The door's right here. There's a sidewalk that leads all the way up to here. And there's like a baseball field right here, right? And this is the baseball field and whatever. It's the baseball field. And then If you come over here, this is the playground. This is the little playground, and no one was outside at the time. Luckily, I don't remember what time of the day it was, but it was something around that. And there's like a soccer field over here, right? So, little Bradley, runs out the door and runs like across the soccer field. That was an awful line. But like I come out the door and I run across the soccer field. Once I get to about this point on the soccer field, I see Mr. G. Let me draw Mr. G for you real quick. Okay, I'd say I did a pretty good job on drawing him. Let me give him some arms real quick. That's not the right thing. Give him some arms, big arms. Okay, so you get a little Bradley over here, small little Bradley. Just running for his life. I don't know why I drew a smile. I was definitely not smiling. But, yeah. So I saw him, once I got to the soccer field, I saw him run out the door, right? I saw him open the door, and there was this guy. I don't remember who he was, but I know his name, but I don't know what he did. I'll just call him Mr. R. Then you had another girl that I didn't recognize or didn't know, okay? And so they've all come out the door, like, one after another, and I see them, and I run, right? I run across the soccer field. Okay, so you got the soccer field right here. And then, there's, like, a tree line. There's, like, some trees. Trees up against the soccer field, and there's, like, a little opening right here. No, not right there. There's, like, a little trees, and there's, like, a little opening in the trees. This is about a little opening right here. So I go through the opening, and this is a giant cornfield right here, and this is like a dirt road, right? And then it's just on both sides. It's not really a dirt road, but it's like a path, right? And there's corn on both sides. I should have made this out of yellow, but it's whatever. Corn on both sides, but it's cut. Like, it was winter, right? So there was no corn. It was just like, there was like the little stubs of the corn, right? So when I get to about the tree opening, they're just getting onto the soccer field, right? When I get to this little tree opening, they're just getting onto the soccer field. So I'm like, okay. And a little third grade me thinks I'm like the fastest, coolest. I got the jukes and everything because we wanted to be a football player and stuff, you know? So basically, I just follow along this dirt path, right? Just little Bradley gets across the dirt path. I was just like looking back. I was like lightly jogging, right? And I was like trying to conserve energy. So basically, I'm just on this cornfield. I still don't know where I am technically. Like I have a general idea of where I am, but I still am just clueless, right? I have no clue where this leads. I thought this led to like woods or something. Okay, so you got the cornfield. This is the path, right? And there was a hill, right? The cornfield was on like a small hill. So the point when I got to the little opening in the trees, I could not see over the hill, so I had no clue it was on the other side, right? Like, it wasn't extremely hilly, but it was like a slow incline, and then it like dropped back down. And then basically I got to the top of the hill, I saw a road, right? And this is like a big road. Here, let me redraw this so I have room. This is like a big road, right? Like, this is not a highway, but it's like a dual lane road, 55-mile-an-hour road here, right? Okay, you got grass, you got the median and everything, and then you got the road, right? No, it's not yellow. It would be white, but there's no white, so let's do gray. All right, and this way, this is going this way, and this is coming back down this way, okay? And so, when I get to the street, right, you got little Bradley right here. They got big old Mr. Griffin. It's a little further than this, but this cornfield was kind of big, because I was on this cornfield for like 5 minutes just jogging, right? And I get out, I'm on the main road. I look both ways, and I recognize where I am. I just clicked in my head where I was, okay? So I was like, I start running along the edge of the road a little bit, right? Going this way, because this way was towards my house. I was trying to go to my house, right? So I go down this direction. I was trying to cross over into the median, right? Which was a horrible idea on a 55-mile-an-hour road. Plus, it was busy. Like, this was a busy road. It wasn't a highway, but it was like a busy road with 55-mile-an-hour cars. So I finally see an opportunity to go. So I cross over into the median. So I'm about into the median. I see Mr. Griffin finally get over here. And like I'm like, and at that point, the two other people I just they just gave up, right? So in my head I was like, oh my god, I've already made two people give up. They already ran out of breath. They're so awful at this. They're so lazy, right? So I had high hopes in my head. Like I was like, I'm doing good. Okay, so we got the road here. You got the median, right? Little Bradley's in the median. Mr. Griffin is up here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's up. It's back there a little bit. So I see another opportunity to cross the road. So I cross the road again. I'm on the other side of the road, correct? And I know where I am now. I'm trying to go home. My house was not too far from the school, but I still would have to walk another like 20 minutes to get to my house. So I basically continue down here, right? Little Bradley's right here. I see Mr. Griffin finally come over here. He still has not crossed the road yet, right? So I'm thinking, why hasn't he crossed the road yet? Maybe maybe I'm doing good. Maybe he's too scared to cross the road. Maybe I'm like actually doing something here. All right, let me reset the stage. So then we had, so they got the dual lane highway. Not highway, but road. Right here, going off of it, this is like an animal hospital or a vet or something, right? And there's a little sign. Keep in mind the sign comes into play later. And then like this is like goes off and does whatever. Okay. There is a like gravel path here because this will also play a role. Gravel path. Okay. So little Bradley gets to. It's actually gonna be further up, but I'm just gonna smush it in. Little Bradley's right here. For just so we can be on the screen, we'll put Mr. Griffin here, even though it was a little further back up the road. Oh yeah, I forgot to throw the median, boom. Okay, so what happens now is I'm like, okay, we've been running on this road for like the past like 5 to 10 minutes, and I hear sirens, right? I'm like, oh crap. I was like, that was weird. There must just be a fire. I see 2 cop cars on this side of the road. Oh yeah, there was also like a crossover here. I saw 2 cops coming up down this way on the road. I was like, oh crap. Then I look over to Mr. Griffin because they were like way up like this direction, right? I look over at Mr. Griffin. Mr. Griffin, I already said his name. I don't care though anymore. His name is Mr. Griffin. Mr. Griffin is hauling across both highways or roads, and little Bradley right here is like, oh shit. So I haul this direction, right? So basically it's a grown man versus an 8-year-old. Even though he's a little on the chubbier side, he's still gonna win, right? So this little sign. So keep in mind I wanted to be a football player. I get to about this sign, right? He is like right here. I'm like right here. He is right here, right on the other side of the sign. I completely stop when I should have just kept running, even though I would have gotten caught either way. I try. That's so cringy. I try to juke him, right? Because little 8th grader me thought I had the little jukes, you know. I try to juke him, so I stop. Come back this direction. Let's just say that maneuver didn't really work. He caught me right about here. Then he like wrestled me to the ground, and they literally brought like an ambulance in for some reason because I thought like I was breathing. I like couldn't catch my breath or something, so they had to they put me on like an oxygen mask and stuff for some reason. I don't know. They probably saw some like distress because I was like hella scared. Like, I was genuinely horrified. The cops were there. My mom was there, and yeah, then like there was an ambulance, and Mr. Griffin was just chilling. He was doing something probably, I don't know. I got suspended for like not 5 days, but like 3 or 4 days, like out of school suspension, and yeah, that's about it. Poor little 3rd grade Bradley didn't make it home. I mean, he did eventually, but not in the way he had anticipated. Okay, that's about it. I have 2 other stories that I can tell. I have one where I ran away again from school, and I have one where I got assaulted by a 400-pound babysitter. So let me know if you guys want me to tell those and do my amazing artwork for you guys. Hopefully I did a good job actually visualizing it, because I don't know how I did. I mean, it's playing in my head, but I don't know how good I did visualizing it on paint, because as you can tell, my drawing is outstanding. Anyway, my Discord links are in the description. My friends' links are in the description. My Instagram's links in the description. I've done this intro about 5 to 10 other times, so this is a good take. Anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your day.